If you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know as well as I do that I'm a little bit obsessed with Las Vegas vintage anything. Las Vegas vintage culture, furniture, recipes, clothing, buildings, signs, you name it, it's my obsession. So I'm sitting in front of a vintage building that actually is still in operation. This is the Guardian Angel Cathedral. It's located on Las Vegas Boulevard. I'm actually directly next door and in the shadow of Encore, which is next to the Wynn. If you haven't seen this building or didn't even know that it was here, I highly recommend you just come by just to check out the architecture. It's absolutely gorgeous. They do hold Catholic Mass here multiple times throughout the week that you could come and check out as well. The interior is even more stunning. I'm only talking about this because today's video is all about vintage shops in Las Vegas, and I thought, why not be inspired by the vintage backdrop that I'm in front of, so that you might want to go and spend some money with our amazing vintage shops in town that are all also small businesses. So this list is 14 vintage shops that you have to check out in and around Las Vegas. It could be a little bit noisy. We are located just off of Las Vegas Boulevard within steps from where I'm sitting, but that's okay. We're gonna jump right into the list. So number one on my list, and these are in no particular order, is Off the Threads. You can find them on Instagram. That's an easy way to see kind of some of the stuff that they're selling. They're known for vintage clothing and they do alterations as well, and they're located in downtown Las Vegas. Next on my list is Cheap Thrillz. You can also find them on Instagram as well as on their website. They're kind of a unique blend of like furniture, decor, toys, accessories, clothing, and basically everything you could want. Next on my list is Neon Cactus Vintage, and these are very good friends of mine. Their shop is actually located downtown at Ferguson's downtown. So if you don't know already, Ferguson's is a really cool old motel downtown on Fremont Street. They've converted all of the rooms into small shops for small business owners, makers, creators. It's an amazing organization, it's an amazing location, and Neon Cactus Vintage is located inside. My favorite thing about Neon Cactus Vintage is they are a colorful, eclectic vibe of curated, ethically curated vintage wares. I love them. They also do really cool stained glass artwork that the owners themselves make. So if you're interested, check them out on Neon Cactus Vintage on Instagram as well as their website, and of course pay them a visit down at Ferguson's. The next small business on my list is The Red Cat. They're located online, of course, on Instagram as well as the website, but you can also visit them in person on Main Street, downtown in the Arts District. They have over 6,000 men's and women's clothing items and accessories for you to choose from, and it's just a really fun vibe. Next up is Glam Factory Vintage, also located downtown in the Arts District, and you're gonna find that to be a theme throughout this whole video. I like their vibe because they've got more of a focus on the rockabilly theme, the rockabilly vibe. There's a very distinct type of clothing that you can get from this store, and it's really, really cute. You can also find them online. Next one up is one of my favorites because it's an antique mall. It's actually one of two antique malls in the Antique Alley on Main Street, of course, again, in downtown Vegas. Main Street Peddlers is one of my faves and always has been. If you're looking for old gas cans, old Coca-Cola bottles, really cool metal tin signs for your decor, lamps, antique hats, shoes, old Playboys, old records, you name it, they've got it. It's a really awesome mall, covers the gamut when it comes to vintage wares, and it's an absolute must. You have to go and see them. Another favorite of mine, and you can find them also on Instagram, is Alt Rebel. They're at Alt Rebel 702 on Instagram. They're also located downtown, and they're just kind of a mixed match. Some of the others as well in this of, you know, antique and vintage clothing, accessories. Sometimes there's small decor items, but really it's just anything that's gonna help you throw back to those olden days. Next one on my list is La Tienda, and they're located also downtown Las Vegas, but you can also find them online and on Instagram. Their focus is mainly men's clothing and accessories. Every now and then you're gonna be able to find women's clothing there as well, but I really like that they do not only vintage, but they do reproduction, and then they do also modern styles. Next one on the list is one of my favorites, and I was there for opening day, Generation Cool. If you're an 80s or a 90s baby like I am, you will definitely appreciate what this place has to offer. And if you're a fan of TV or any kind of reality show, you might even know them from that. Slobby Robbie is a show that was on TV quite a while ago, and they were featuring at the time the Arizona branch of the store Generation Cool for Slobby Robbie. He branched out to Las Vegas a couple years ago. We were there opening day. And what I love is that they have a tendency to focus mostly on 80s and 90s, you know, jerseys, old tennis shoes, you know, upcycled stuff, a lot of clothing, you know, stuff that we would wear like bum equipment. And then they focus on collectibles and toys, which is one of my favorites. Bring It Back is another store that's located here in Las Vegas, and they're really doing a great job of spreading their wings in the city. They're located at the Galleria Mall with a storefront, as well as the Las Vegas Premium Outlet Malls, as well as online and on Instagram. Again, this is another store that's going to be focused on 80s and 90s collectibles, toys, upcycled Jordans, old school vintage jerseys, all the stuff that you and I would have known to have worn back in our junior high school and high school days. The next one on my list is extremely special because he is my personal dealer that I'm going to be sharing with you. So I might regret this because at the end of the day, I feel like I have him in my pocket at any given time, but I do want him to spread his wings and I want you to know about him. I have a dealer. I'm going to confess this to you right now. He is my personal antique furniture dealer, and I love him so much. His name is Wheeler and Dealer, and you can find him on Instagram and only on Instagram. What I love about him is he will absolutely, if I'm looking for something, if I want a vintage sign, if I'm looking for a specific kind of beer cart or an awesome dining room table, something like that, he'll go out and hunt what I'm looking for, find it for me and secure it so that I don't have to worry about waiting for him to go find it and someone else outbidding me. He's amazing. He's got a knowledge of history, vintage furniture, and just vintage relics galore beyond most people that I've ever met, and that's why he is my personal dealer. So don't take up too much of his time, but please do go and follow and check out Wheeler and Dealer and let him know that Las Vegas Gal sent you. Another one on my list is Amor Studio, located in Las Vegas. You can also check them out online and on Instagram. They are really focused on, of course, vintage clothing, upcycled clothing, things like that, but they also have a kind of a twist where they've started to include artwork and custom custom prints. So it's a really cool, unique concept. I'm excited about what they're doing. I'm looking forward to seeing how they grow, but Amor Studio is one that you should keep an eye on. Last one on the list is by far one of my favorites, and it's because it's been around for so freaking long. The Charleston Antique Mall. This is a mall that's located off of Charleston and Decatur. It's not anywhere near downtown. It's kind of in the middle of town. And it's just like I said, it's a mall that has multiple booths inside this mall set up with different types of vintage dealers and sellers and resellers. And what I love is that, like I said before about some of the other malls, you can walk in this place and look for holiday gifts, vintage Christmas ornaments, vintage plates, vintage kitchenwares, vintage hats, upcycled furniture, you name it, they have it. But my favorite thing is that this has been a staple in the Las Vegas Valley for a long, long time, and I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. So next time you visit Vegas, or if you're a local, go look for Charleston Antique Mall and let me know what you think. If you can't tell, vintage is my vibe. I'm so excited that I was able to show you a little bit of a sneak peek of this beautiful cathedral. Please come and check this out when you come to Vegas next time. If you're thinking about moving to Vegas, or you already live here and you're thinking about buying a house, I want to freaking know about it because that's what I freaking do for a living. So do me a favor, if you want to talk more about your plans, you want to just kind of run some ideas by me, or you just need some advice, please click the link in the description below, or you can text me or you can email me. Reach out to my team. Let's get the conversation started and make sure that you make your transition into a house or into Vegas a smooth one. I'll see you next time.